Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to RimWorld Survival. So last episode, we rescued Semp's wife. Is it a wife? Yes. Aletta seed. So we have both the seeds, Semp and, Seed. Seed here, I'm probably going to rename Aletta. So it's not so strange. Referring to her in a last name. Alright, so what I was going to do was start working on these reactors, these ship engines. That's something that's absolutely going to be needed for taking off, obviously. Let's see. Another thing I needed to do was rescue Rinnick from the prisoner camp. I've got 10 days to do that. I could sort of take my time doing that. I don't necessarily need to rush that. Another thing was that I sort of feel like I should get rid of the bonded boom rats. I know, terrible, right? But what I was planning on doing is selling the bonded boom rats because it's just something to feed. Like, they no longer really have purpose. And also, Commander Coraline, or Caroline, sorry, not Coraline. Coraline is the movie. Mentioned something else where 11, now that the reactor rids are over, she should get her nose healed. So let's take a quick look at everybody. Stormy needs a toe, and I'm not going to deny him that. All right, health. And 11 needs the... Faustina needs an arm. I want to try to put all of the people back together so that when we leave, we're, healthy and all that jazz. Alright. Going to go ahead and move the drills so that they fully cover the steel node that they are currently mining. Let's move this before we get some extra granite that we don't need. Yes, we're going to use a whole lot of steel building this ship, but also plasteel and stuff like that too. Expensive stuff. Oh, some cloth. One way to get some plasteel would be to shell the ship part and call the bots over to us. And that's actually something I might do once more people get back up. Alright, Aletta is now able to walk. First thing she does is take off her parka. Right on. I am replacing this granite wall so that the cables don't burn as easy. And then, let's leave this door open when we open it. Uranium is not as needed as the plasteel. That should still be here. But honestly, I'm going to still have to dig around looking for, yeah, it's still plasteel. Oh no! Sad wonder. I guess his mental state did dip a little bit below what I usually allow it. Alright, Aletta, let's see about you. You are a jogger that shoots real good. So I need to give you an assault rifle. We're pretty much going to smelt down all the other assault rifles that we've got. There you go. And hop back in bed and heal up. Alright, hopefully aggro. What is your current... Okay, yeah. His current radiation is high, but not so critical that he'll harm himself, I'm hoping. I do have a little bit more time to rescue Rinnick. And obviously I'm planning on taking all the time I need. Taking a look around the map. So much sad wander. Alright, find meals. What, we going? Okay, we could cook more, but we just haven't yet. We ground up all those bugs into bug food. And we're starting to get a supply of plasteel. Fantastic. And each of these reactors are also going to need 70 uranium each. And we are also going to need to make 3 of them. So I'm going to put the 3rd here. I'm going to fill up this whole gap that we used to have for the heal mech serums. Let me just keep this wall forbidden. Hopefully no one will tantrum smack our serums. Once 11 gets rid of all of her radiation buildup, I will heal her nose. I don't want to do it earlier because using heal mech serum might have the unintended consequence of, rather than healing her nose, just removing her radiation. And that's obviously not something I particularly want or need to do. Alright, we are hauling in the steel from over here. I think with that in mind, I am going to reinstall these deep drills over to the rare resources. I don't really need steel right now, and we'll focus on other resources first. Aggro, have you... Okay, you've been staying inside, that's good. So Faustina here, even with the initial radiation buildup, is unconscious because she's a wimp. Giving her a bionic arm will help out a little bit because there's a considerable amount of pain involved with that bite scar. But even then, I highly doubt she's going to be a useful character. I know, sad to say, but my guess is without a pain stopper, she's always going to be limitedly useful. Yeah, it's just the way wimps are on this map. Alright, aggro, it's time to snap out of it. Please. 11, what am I doing right with you? Sanguine, tea, stormy, alcohol. Nice rum. Oh, Tony, it's time for you to stay indoors. Alright, put her on restricted. Nothing like bird meat falling from the sky. Not that I can use it. Alright, Faustina at 0 radiation buildup is able to stand back up. She's going to have to be on basically house arrest. There's, as far as I could tell, really no way around that. I've got 9 days for Rinnick. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. The radiation buildup of all these haulers, like acid, for instance, is getting up there, so I'm going to put him on no rads as well. And then we have just 21 steel left. Okay, good. He's starving and exhausted, but still going. Alright, Poppy's probably going to be on no rads soon as well. There he goes. He collapsed. I'm going to... You know what? He's going to actually have... He's going to have... what's it called? Catharsis. So I'm not going to worry about his mood as much. As you can see, it's flying up top. So taking a look around the map, I still might want to find some steel in this mountain here. That wouldn't be a terrible thing to find. Taking a look at the moods around the base, they're not amazing. Alright, so Aggro's back at crafting what he needs to craft. Kazumi, literally just wandering. How's your health? 3% radiation buildup. Because one of her penalties is she's entombed underground, so I'm sort of curious if there's anything for me to do in terms of hauling, etc. Because there is some silver over here that she could go grab, and jade. Alright, I'm going to have her do that. That will serve two purposes. I get more stuff, and she gets to be a little bit less pissy. Alright, having her drop her stuff so she has a increased carry weight. Unfortunately, it also means that she's going to see a whole bunch of dead bodies. Oh, I did not mean to recruit aggro. Keep on loading, keep on loading. And then load as much of the jade as you can, all 8 of it. See? You had fun. Oh, solar flare, that's not good. You had fun outdoors. Man, her mood is significantly worse than when I last left her off. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is not do an emergency harvest. I'm just going to let this roll and hopefully feel like I've made the right decision. It is weird to be in the dark like this. Alright, 11. Still have 2% build up. Alright, we're going to have to wait on that. I'm sort of curious where my base... I guess it stays the warmest, interestingly enough, in the crafting room. It is double insulated. And this farm stays kind of warm. All my farms stay warm. I'm going to wait this solar flare out. Hopefully it won't end up killing everything. Alright, Kazumi, extreme break risk. Aggregate down there and give her some lovin' or something, I don't know. Just make sure she doesn't have a mental break. Janes, look at you go. Alright, so that's all the construction he could do before he's too irradiated. So I'm going to put him in NORADs. But that is the first of the ship engines. That's exciting. It's a bit of a landmark. Alright, was I wrong to wait out this solar flare? Will all my plants die? Usually they won't, but this time around, I think, yep, there goes the die-off. And the die-off isn't from temperature, so much as it is the lack of power into the hydroponics, meaning that the Devil Strand is just fine. But everything else just died off. Alright, let's keep an eye on your radiation as you build. Oh, and now the Double Strand is dying due to the cold. I could have spared the Double Strand by setting a fire in that room, but it's not worth enough. Thanks, Solar Flare ending. Leaving me one Double Strand. I'm just going to trim that one Double Strand and regrow it. That was a particularly bad Solar Flare because it lasted just long enough to kill everything. Banner Camp Quest... for a legendary chain shotgun. Wow. Not something I'm going to do. It's very, very irradiating. Alright, so Faustina, we're going to give you an assault rifle. And I should have one more of these assault rifles forbidden. Because we're potentially adding another... Oh, boy. Yeah, so I let Poppy get super irradiated. I'm just going to have her take the Heal Mech Serum. Because that's going to be all sorts of cancers. Alright. Medical tab. Let's not let that happen again. So Tony is restricted. And Semph, you are not restricted, but you should be. So you are now. Well, it's a bit of a waste of the Heal Mech Serum, but I did have a lot of them, so could be worse. Cargo pods coming down on the home tile. This stuff's pretty reachable, but it's patch leather, so it's not worth reaching. Alright, Aggro's making the opponents. Oh, interesting. I thought he would have made the Bionic stuff, but no, I was wrong. Alright, 11 at this point. When you wake up, go use the Heal Mech Serum. Get your nose back. And then I'll keep the other serums for emergencies like brain damage, etc. We have a lot of idle colonists, do we? Yeah. Part restored nose. Alright. You're pretty. And your husband appreciates the fact that you have a nose now. Alright, we'll open the rest of it up so it can't be targeted from a tantrum. Yeah. 11, you can go back a no rad, or, yeah. Limited rads. Faustina, you have to stay inside. Aletta, limited is fine. Some of these guys literally just don't have things to do. Do we have any new... No, we really don't have anyone that has gotten the ability to mine that is any good at it. So I think what's happening is we don't have enough plasteel to make the bionic parts. And all of our potential plasteel people are on no rads because their buildup was high. It's a bit of a two-part issue there. I was going to crank through a whole bunch of dusters with aggro. But more importantly, I might have him mine instead. But his radiation is pretty low. I need to figure out who's going to go for Rinnick. I think Acid should, because it is his girlfriend or whatever. But his radiation buildup is a little high. So I think, what is it? It's 5 turrets, 1 mortar, 2 enemies. That probably calls for a brawler because of the turrets. So maybe 11 and hired gun. That would be a good combo. So it is 21 o'clock. Come daybreak, because I can't give hired gun wake-up drugs or anything like that. We're gonna go rescue Rinnick. Hired gun and 11. The 2 of them should be a good pair. Neither of them can mine. Well, hired gun can sort of mine. They're just gonna have to make do. Kazumi, why have you been so mad? It's just all the... Slept in the cold? No, you didn't. It's 70 degrees. Oh, maybe that's from last night. Yeah, that's from a previous day. When we had a solar flare. You know, everybody slept in the cold. I don't see anyone else complaining. Alright, I have plenty of tea. We could start making yayo for sale again. Ooh, a party. That will help. Let's get everybody to attend. See? We're even getting inspirations. Whoa! Come on, guys. They just cut across the courtyard to attend the party. Uh-oh. No food for the chickens. And I'm probably not going to have any rice growing anytime soon. I'm going to have to figure that out, won't I? Yeah, we're already having stages of malnutrition. All these sieges and there's really not a lot of food out there. Oh my god, but there's so much slag. Imagine if the map tile wasn't irradiated, how much steel I could make. There's more slag than I could even count. It is just absurd how much slag there is. Alright, party's over. Maybe? Who's flirting with who? Hard gun, you already have a lover. Stop flirting. Alright, so taking a look. Hired gun, you're idle. And 11, you're asleep. Alright, so 11. I'm going to make you take a little wake up. And we're going to send you. I am going to hard gun and 11 send you both. I'm obviously going to need both pods. Five meals and 3 bedrolls. I'm going to send a parka just in case Rennick doesn't have insulating clothing. And a little bit of medicine. And some teas. Alright, 11, you took the... No, you did not take the wake up. I'm going to force her to take wake up and eat before hopping in the pod. Alright, launching group. Drop at the edge. We're going to have to jump into action quickly here because the map tile here is, they have mortars. Alright, so here's Rennick. You won't need insulating clothing, that's good. Interesting map tile. Man, it is mostly mountain. And the longer I take, the more... Ooh, chemical damage to the brain. What the heck? Alright, so the longer I take, the more radiation that she gets. So it's going to be very, very important to move quick. As far as I could tell, there are no batteries here. So hired gun, you're going to go stand here. A part of me thinks, well, I don't really have time to dig into the mountain. Come on, get some lucky hits. Alright, HG. He's shooting wide. It's really 16 skill, and it's the best you can do. I'm trying to get a little bit closer. Alright, they're attacking my colonists. That's good. But are they, though? Wonderful. I'm trying to disable the turrets. Alright, there goes another one. Ooh, ouch. Little shredded. Tend to yourself. A lot of turrets, man. A lot of turrets for a brain-damaged rescuee. Alright. These turrets are going to be a little bit easier to disable. I just need to break it like here. My radiation is building up. Come on, kill it, kill it. No more turrets. Alright, and now you're dead. Welcome to the death, Miratrix. Let's go ahead, free prisoner. I like how she started wandering out. She's like, "Oh, I'm free." It's like, come on, no, you're not free yet. Alright, gonna melee her to death. Oh, look, you cirrhosis. This whole... I guess you were an addict. This whole community was full of health problems. Alright, rescuee joins. Don't take off any of your clothing. And... just kill her already. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's get out of here. Before we get too irradiated. Meals, meat, potatoes, components, ambrosia, shells, beer, sniper rifle. Wooden bed's way too heavy. I like how the wooden bed, I can either take one wooden bed or 5 turrets. They weigh the same. Not that I can actually manage to take the turrets. I'm going to take the steel turrets here and slowly walk home. Arguably, I'm sort of gaming the radiation system because you don't build up radiation on the overhead maps, but yeah, whatever. All right, so Acid, you should be happy. No, he's not happy? What's going on here? She was rescued, and you don't care. Nice. That's totally great. Well, once Aggro... well, he's not ever going to really finish that craft job because that's a lot of stuff. Look at all the idle people. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... for no rads, I'm going to allow these tiles to be no rads, and that way we can have our deep drillers be productive. And they won't stray anywhere outside of the no rad zone. Another thing I should do is a standing lamp here. And this standing lamp will allow them to cross the no... you know, the gap there a little bit more quickly. Taking a look at my limited radiation zone. There's going to be a lot of spots that need cleaning. And once I get everyone home and armed and healthy and all that, I will, I think I will trigger the ship, in order to get whatever plasteel the mechs have. Oh, come on. 97% of a portion? Just finish, man. Just finish. Alright, then you can leave. Alright, so we're building up a rather healthy amount of dusters, I guess. But we have a bunch of starving chickens, don't we? Well, first things first, I'm going to send my statues and a lot of the clothing that I have as a gift bag. Really trying to normalize relationships with the with my neighbors there. Another thing I want to do is I'll just have Acid do it because he was standing the closest. You load 3 fine meals and drop them fine meals here and forbid them. And this will feed the hens that are not doing so hot. All right, let's get the pods loaded up. Now, selling bonded animals. Oh, really? Another one? At least we aren't related to you. That's all I can say. Alright, so this is all loaded up. Gonna give as a gift. And this will put us to 40. Not quite enough to be allied again, because I'd like to get allied again. That's really my goal here. I'll just keep gifting them stuff. Alright, so soon we'll have a rice harvest. And we're not going to have that kind of issue. So, who was bonded to them? Probably 11. And she's out on deployment. She's going to be mad about the sold boom rats. But I couldn't stand to keep feeding them. Toxic fallout. And... oh, right. So, Faustina took one step outside and collapsed because of the limited radiation block up there. That's kind of funny. Yeah, she's really very fragile. Very, very fragile. When she gets that bionic arm, it will be a little bit better. Come on, pets. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. They are starving and they're not really eating. I'm going to do a early rice harvest. It's almost about done. It's 92%. Get them eating the rice. There you go. Not going to die of malnutrition. Alright, so there's toxic fallout. You couldn't tell, but yeah, there's toxic fallout on this tile. All the more reason to stay inside. Not that we needed more of a reason, honestly. Alright, so here comes one of the bionic legs. This is for Stormy. Honestly, I kind of wish we made the bionic arm first because that would allow Faustina not to constantly collapse. Because anytime she has a little bit of pain buildup, she collapses. You know what we could do? Operation, let's administer Psych IT. That might allow her to get back up and move around. Psych IT has a pain nullifying effect, or dulling effect, or whatever you want to call it, and that might be enough to allow her to move around. Yep, and it was. I was right. Now, if I could find a pain stopper for her, that would be phenomenal. That honestly put this whole thing to rest. Alright, I'm actually going to make the arm first. Oh, you want to finish the... I guess the leg's pretty close to being done anyway. Hired gun, you're not doing so well on this, oof, your mood. What do we have to eat here? Fine and simple meals. There's 3 bedrolls. I don't know what your problem is. Alright, so there is the... the leg. And the arm here needs one more advanced component. The leg we should install into Tony's left, or Stormy's left. And Tony needs to do the surgery. Inspired to her creativity, Faustina, who won't be using it. Okay. Alright, so Stormy's going to have less pain due to the fact that the toe's back. Wait. There we go. Bionic arm. Good. But I think it's time to eat and sleep. Our hired gun's full healed, and now he's not so angry. I don't really want Linda the pirate. It was never really part of the plan, so I'm going to ignore the fact that she needs rescue. She's not a relative. Let's see. Medical tab. Poppy. Boy, do I ever have a terrible task for you, Pop. Drop and drop. You are going to load up into this pod. Is it still there? Yeah, it's still there. Seriously? She really needs that arm. And you are going to launch on the local tile. I want to get the Nutrimine. It's also pretty tempting to just pop the ship, but that would get Poppy killed. I'm not going to be doing it like that. Alright, I'm sort of curious if there's other things for me to load up. There's cloth. There's some components in that. So she had no radiation buildup when I launched her. There's silver, meds, weapons, more weapons, some packaged survival meals. I don't think there's really much else that's of high value out here. I guess the jade, but I don't think I'm going to take her that way. So what I'll do is, with the remaining of her carry weight, I'm just going to grab some slag. And use the cave systems here to keep her shielded from the really bad radiation. Just the way Cephalo went. Actually, you know what? I'm going to load this cloth up. If it keeps me from needing to make another... Oh, you know what? This thing needs to be installed, doesn't it? Alright, there we go. Got all that in Trimine. I got cloth, all that jazz. And she's going to run back the way I would want her to. I'm just going to have to remember to switch her gear out. And clear forced. Oh, Faustina. Yes, you are no tattered clothing as well. How is my... Alright, so my Luciferium supply is definitely dwindling. That's another thing I should think about. Poppy. You have just initial. I might send her on a trade run. Because, I'm gonna need to find some more Luciferium. And... yeah, it's gonna be important. So, let's do that. Pops is my best trader, I think. Trade and price improvement is Poppy indeed. So, let's load Poppy up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make a bedroll first. Alright, so normal bedroll. It's not crazy good or anything, but put the bedroll away, and let's go load some stuff up for Poppy. So Poppy, bring the simple meals, some lavish meals. 4 days of food seems good. The remnants of the wools and leathers. I should start using the plain leather because it's more protective than the cloth. So I'll keep the plain leather. I'll even keep the fox fur. Never mind. I'm going to keep that stuff. Go juice. Yayo. Cloth bedroll. I'm going to bring all of the clothing for sale. All the pure cloth clothing. Because Aggro can replace it. I'm not going to bring the silver. I can launch it if I feel like I need more. Alright, we'll get that going. Alright, Faustina. It's good that you're already unconscious because here we go. Left arm. Replace. Alright, so now she's not going to be in such pain the moment she gets a little bit of radiation buildup to knock her on her butt and make her useless. No, don't wander around. Alright, launching group. Visit Eos. A mobile caravan? Yeah, I knew. Wool, yayo, go juice. And all of this lovely, untainted, undamaged clothing. Keeping the bedroll. And what did I come for? Luciferium first and foremost, which they have none. A psychic pulsar would be kind of nice, but I'm already past the point where I absolutely need it. So I would say the advanced components is ideally. I mean, I'd love some plasteel, but yeah, I'll buy 19 plasteel. That's kind of weird, but sure. Done. And we'll caravan back home. It's about all that she can carry. It's a pretty good haul. Not a terrible haul. Alright guys, well, that's about all the time I have for this episode. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. I hope to get a little bit more progress going on the ship now that I've pretty much rescued everybody that needs rescue. And I hope you tune in next time. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all later. Adios.